Hello everyone. How you all doing today? Hopefully all doing good. So the yesterday lesson was pretty helpful for me because the moment when I realized that I see a dangerous world, I see a wicked world, I see a crazy world. So I immediately started to remember that, oh yeah, it's me who is giving all these adjectives to the world. Yeah, the world is actually neutral. And I was telling to myself, like, yeah, but I am upset because I see a meaningless world. And after that, I add that how can a meaningless world make me feel upset? Yeah, and it was really helpful to me. Yeah, because, everything what seems to be happening, and every time when I catch myself having negative thoughts about surroundings, about the world, about everything around me, people, situations, yeah, wherever, whomever, I was trying to remember that, oh, I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. How can a meaningless world make me feel upset? And yeah, and it actually helped. It helped. Okay, all right. So today I'm about to read lesson number 13. Okay, lesson 13. A meaningless world engenders fear. Today's idea is really another form of the preceding one, except that it is more specific as to the emotion aroused. So when emotion arises, you do this work. Actually, a meaningless world is impossible. Yeah, probably on the other level, yeah, not on the physical level. Okay, nothing without meaning exists. However, it does not follow that you will not think you perceive something that has no meaning. On the contrary, you will be particularly likely to think you do perceive it. Recognition of meaninglessness arouses intense anxiety in all the separated ones. But we remember that we are not separated, right? We are one. That's why we feel this intense anxiety, because we forgot that we are one. Yeah, we just forgot about it. Okay, it represents a situation in which God and the ego challenge each other, challenge in quotes, as to whose meaning is to be written in the empty space that meaninglessness provides. Actually, every single day, not even a day, every single moment, we decide, we make a choice, we choose to believe either to the ego or to the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's why all the challenge, all the war, I could say, yeah, it's like happening in our mind. Yeah. So, it represents a situation in which God and the ego challenge each other as to whose meaning is to be written in the empty space that meaninglessness provides. The ego rushes in frantically to establish its own ideas there, fearful that the word may otherwise be used to demonstrate its own importance and unreality. The ego rushes in frantically to establish its own ideas there, fearful that the word may otherwise be used to demonstrate its own importance and unreality. And on this alone it is correct. It is essential, therefore, that you learn to recognize the meaningless. It is essential, therefore, that you learn to recognize the meaningless. So, along the day, you just recognize the meaningless. Oh, it's just meaningless. Yeah? It means that it has no meaning, no positive, neither positive nor negative. And the second step, accept it without fear. Accept it without fear, because the fear can come up. Oh, or depression, yeah? Like, oh, the world is meaningless. What do I do about it? I don't want to do anything, yeah? This feeling can come up. but you accept it without fear. Without fear. So you recognize the meaningless and you accept it without fear. Okay. If you are fearful, it is certain that you will endow the world with attributes that it does not possess. That you actually see the unreal, yeah, if you are fearful, and crowd it with images that do not exist. Again, if you are fearful, that it means that it's not real, it doesn't exist. To the ego, illusions are safety devices, as they must also be to you who equate yourself with the ego. I really want to equate myself with the Holy Spirit, not with the ego. Yeah. The exercises for today, which should be done about 3 or 4 times for not more than a minute or so at most each time, are to be practiced in a somewhat different way from the preceding ones. With eyes closed, repeat today's idea to yourself. Then open your eyes and look about you slowly, saying, I'm looking at a meaningless world. I'm looking at a meaningless world. Repeat this statement to yourself as you look about. Then close your eyes and conclude with, a meaningless world engenders fear, because I think I am in competition with God. Whew. Alright, so once more time. A meaningless world engenders fear, because I think I am in competition with God. Wow. Because I am as ego think that I am in competition with God. If I don't I don't take myself as the ego, so I'm no longer in competition with God, because I am taken apart with God. Yeah. You may find it difficult to avoid resistance in one form or another to this concluding statement. Whatever form such resistance may take, remind yourself that you are really afraid of such a thought because of the vengeance of the enemy. Quote. You are not expected to believe this statement at this point and will probably dismiss it as preposterous. Note carefully, however, any signs of overt or covert fear which it may arouse. Okay, so this is our first attempt at stating an explicit cause and effect relationship of a kind which you are very inexperienced in recognizing. So doing this work, we are training ourselves to be experienced in recognizing. So the most important work we're gonna do about this day, during this day, is I'm just recognizing the meaninglessness of this world. I'm just recognizing it. Yeah. It actually seems to be easy, but it's not in real time. Yeah. When you do this practice, to stop yourself first. Yeah. Thinking all these thoughts. Yeah. Going deeper into that thoughts, and after you stopped yourself, you need to recognize that you know what, it's not real, it's just a meaningless world. Do not dwell on the concluding statement and try not even to think of it except during the practice periods that will surface at present. Again, during the day we are just train ourselves to be experienced in recognizing the meaninglessness of this world. Just recognize just the world is meaningless. Okay, so once more time, it's we do this work with eyes closed, yeah, and the same work we are doing with our eyes opened. Okay, hopefully someone who's watching my videos can do the same work, and see you tomorrow. Bye.